This is hour number one as we head to the biggest week of the summer. Coming up this Sunday, of course, the Great American Bash on pay-per-view. Hi, everyone. Along with the living legend, Larry Zbyszko, I am Tony Schiavone. And as always, two jam-packed hours. Of course, Eric Bischoff and Bobby the Brain Heenan will be with you for hour number two. In that hour number two, Larry Zbyszko heading to the Great American Bash, Arn Anderson and the Nature Boy Ric Flair against a newcomer. We've been hearing a lot about Joe Gomez and the Renegade.
Well, Joe Gomez and the Renegade, two Nitro-dites here, neophytic wrestlers, but they get a chance here on the hottest show in professional wrestling. Unfortunately, they're going in against two masters. Arn Anderson, Ric Flair are going to put on a clinic tonight. I just hope, for their own benefit, that Dumbo McMichaels and his partner, Kevin Running Dummy Green, are going to be watching. They're going to need all the knowledge they can get.
Along with their coach, the Macho Man Randy Savage, I might add.
Coach.
Also, fans, we want to talk about later in this telecast, in the second hour, the Giant and Scott Norton one-on-one.
Well, again, Scott Norton, a man that impressed me, but now I think he's getting more of that football mentality. He hasn't learned from the first beating at the hands of the Giant. And tonight, Tony, mark my words, he's going to get choke-slammed again.
Fans, for the past 2 weeks, we have been rudely interrupted here on WCW Monday Nitro. I think it bears repeating to go back and show you exactly what happened as we closed the program last week, the first time ever in this sport. Take a look at this footage.
Only nobody tells me what to do, and Chico, nobody tells me when to do it. Okay, tough guy. I got a big surprise for you next week.
And fans, next week is this week. What is that big surprise? We hope to find out during this 2 hours of WCW Monday Nitro Live as we kick it off with the greatest wrestling action in the world, World Championship Wrestling. We go to David Pincer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opening contest live on Monday Nitro is set for one fall. Introducing first, from 110th Street in Harlem, New York, one half of Harlem Heat, Booker T.
And what a way to kick off our television program, Larry Zbyszko. We're starting out with a great one-on-one matchup. Two of the great tag team wrestlers going at it in singles competition. And I tell you, one thing that separates World Championship Wrestling from everyone else is that the greatest athletes in the world are here in the greatest competition in the world, live each and every Monday. You can only see it here on TNT. And look at the fans. They are living.
And it's going to be a fascinating match right here. Like you said, tag team wrestlers on their own going single one-on-one. But Booker T, in my book, is one of the most phenomenal athletes I've ever seen. This guy, he can defy gravity, Tony. And on the other side of that coin, Scott Steiner, younger of the Steiner brothers, but I think the more emotional. This one could explode, but I'm going with Booker T.
His opponent from Detroit, Michigan, Scott Steiner.
There you have it, Scott Steiner and Booker T of Harlem Heat, one-on-one. This is only the opening bout. Call your friends, call your neighbors, say, hey, the Great American Bash is coming up, only 6 days away. This is the time to tune in to World Championship Wrestling. From now until the next 1 hour and 55 minutes, the greatest wrestling action in the world, including later on in this telecast, Sting and Ming one-on-one. That's right, you heard me right. Plus, as we said earlier, we have the Giant and Scott Norton, and we have Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, the Nasty Boy, Public Enemy, and so much more. All right, Larry, opening bout here. Like we said, two phenomenal athletes. Both are very similar, and they like to use the power.
Well, it's a little different here. Scott Steiner, maybe a better wrestler on the mat, but Booker T, like I said, this guy can defy gravity. Look at the move, reverse there, found an opening. Got him.
How about that? I think he surprised Scott Steiner with that takedown. Scott complaining about the hair, and Booker T probably readily admits using the hair, but as far as he's concerned, let's scrap it out here, and that's what's happening. Into the ropes to the far side. Look at that power. Look at the upper body strength of Scott Steiner, if you will. And a clubbing forearm right between the shoulder blades.
Well, Booker T sent a telegram. Scotty's got him hooked for the backslide if he could drop down. But see, Booker's bringing his weight back over too far so Scott can't drop down on it. That's a good blocking technique by Booker T here. Oh, look at the power. Pulling him
over the top, got the advantage. Scott Steiner spins him around, tries to pick him up and does, but Booker T showing his quickness. Scott hits the ropes. Waist lock. We have a tremendous 2-hour program. These two muscle men going out of here, back elbow.
Did you notice the signs, though? Steiner tried to suplex. Booker T blocked it twice. He left an opening there, though.
Later on in this telecast, we'll be hearing from Kevin Green about his big matchup along with Jay Leno of The Tonight Show. That is later on in this telecast, live right here on WCW Monday Nitro. They prepare, of course, he and Mongo McMichael with the Macho Man Randy Savage as their coach for this Sunday's Great American Bash. Big clothesline, watch out! Almost in on top of us.
He's right there, I'm wondering, how is Macho Man training Dumbo and running dummy? I mean, are they doing road work, chasing Savage around as he's looking for Josephine? You know, this guy thinks he's Napoleon Bonaparte now.
Well, I don't know if he's...
What kind of leadership is he going to involve?
There's only one way to find out, isn't it? And that's to call your local cable operator and join us. What type of strategy will be employed? What will Bobby the Brain heat and have eventually? Of course, we'll find out during the second hour when Bobby the Brain joins Eric Bischoff in the second hour of television's hottest program, WCW Monday Nitro Live. And this is the reason why. One-on-one or tag team competition. It doesn't get any better than this, Larry. I know that's a cliche, but that's true. The scissor kick in the back of the head, right on target.
Again, phenomenal athletic maneuver. He only got two. Cradle him up a little tighter. Scott Steiner, however, strong guy. Tough to cradle up. Massive amount of muscle tissue right there. But again, Booker T, hold on to it. This isn't beat the clock. This is beat the punk.
Nope. Well, I wouldn't agree with that. Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, of course, the Steiner brothers, one of the top tag teams in the world, as well as Harlem Heat. But coming up this Sunday, they have had their problems with two men, Scott Norton and Ice Train. The Steiners and Fire and Ice this past Saturday on WCW Saturday Night once again could not get the issue settled. A double countout. There's been double countouts. There has been double disqualifications. Coming up at the Great American Bash, Steiners, Fire and Ice, where there must be a winner finally between these two teams. And now on top, Booker T, high-risk maneuver. He connected and covers 1, 2. This one's not over yet.
Boy, a nice maneuver, but again, kind of a wasted effort when it comes to the cradle. Gotta lock those hands together.
Locks him again. Over the top. Scott holds on, though. Look at this. Almost an inverted DDT, dropped him on the back of his head. Scott slow to get to his feet as well, showing you what type of competition we have in the opening bout. Both men dazed, both men winded, but pulling themselves up. Never say die. One of the trademarks of a champion, and both these men have been champions before. Right hand, again. The whip into the far side. Back body drop down. Scott Steiner and Booker T giving it their all here, Larry. Head first to the turnbuckle.
Well, Scott Steiner's getting aggressive, and that's what I like to see in an athlete. Whoever gets the most aggressive first, gets the offense going first, usually winds up the victor. Oh, he ran into one.
And sometimes it's a critical mistake that can cost him belly to belly.
Scott Steiner is not the man you want to make a critical mistake against, although he's wasting some time here. You got to know your opponent. Booker T, excellent endurance. This guy can snap back in seconds. Oh, he got him.
He went for the Frankensteiner. He went for his move, but Booker T showing his quickness one step ahead.
Look at that.
How about that spin wheel kick with the knee? Got him in the face, and Booker T may have a win. 1, 2, and it's not over.
Boy, again, if you could have pulled that leg up higher, got to get the weight over the shoulders. Booker T could have had him.
Side salto into that one, and now Booker T using the high-risk maneuver, wasting some time, just like Scott Steiner did moments ago in this very first hour of live WCW Monday Nitro. Booker T missed.
Nice swan dive, but he hit the jagged rocks below. You cannot waste time with these guys. You've got to be aggressive.
In the ropes, belly to belly again. This time it's on target again. Now he's wasting no time. 2. He beat him. Oh, there you go. Wasting no time. Scott Steiner on that belly to belly earned every second of that win. It was a hard-fought win. The opening bout here on this live 2-hour edition of Nitro as we take a look at our Pep Boys Power Pin of the Week.
You know, it was a nice matchup here. Booker T was doing well. He went for 2 or 3 cradle attempts. Didn't bring back the legs. Even though he got Booker T right here. Booker T, I think, coming off the rope with that high-risk maneuver, knocked the wind out of himself, but it was that cradle at the end, right after this nice belly-to-back suplex. But Scotty Steiner, better on the mat, knows the importance of hooking that leg in with the arm, and that got him the victory.
The Power Pin brought to you by Pep Boys, America's Automotive Super Center. Still to come, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, the Giant, as we head to the Sunday's Great American Bash.
Green, we know you've been at minicamp. McMichaels, I hope you haven't been laying on that couch stuffing donuts down your neck. We're going to give you a visual aid as to what is in store for you at the Great American Bash. Nitro is where all the horsemen show out.
Scott Norton, after the Giant choke slammed you last week on Nitro, I can't believe you're coming back for a double dose.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, in front of a jam-packed audience here. They are hanging from the rafters tonight on WCW Monday Nitro. With me now, Scott Steiner, next Sunday live in Baltimore at the Great American Bash. You and your brother against Fire and Ice, and there must be a winner.
That's right, Mean Gene. Me and the dog-faced gremlin have always prided ourselves in being the #1 tag team in the world. That's why we are here in WCW. Fire and Ice, there will be a winner in Baltimore this Sunday.
Wait a minute, Scotty. Deborah McMichael.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you right now, but I really have to talk to Mr. Oakland right now about my husband. I'm so sorry, but I have to get this point across right now.
This is highly unusual, Scott.
It's okay, Mean Gene. Take her away. She looks very upset.
All right, you and I will hook up a little bit later on and finish this conversation. Deborah, as I say, this is highly unusual. What's going through your mind?
Well, I tell you, I couldn't even sleep last night, Gene. I mean, I've been thinking about, what's coming up this
Sunday, of course, in Baltimore.
And I've been really upset about it, and I'm worried about my husband, Steve, and I know, he's a really great athlete, and I know Kevin Green's a great athlete, and I know Mr. Anderson and Ric Flair, they're great too at their professions, but I'm worried that Steven might go a little crazy, and he might hurt someone permanently. And I'm really, really upset about that. And I feel really bad because I feel like, it's my fault.
Wait a minute, Deborah. I want to take the guesswork out of this right here and now. This is not your fault. Ric Flair has a reputation. He has taken visual liberties. He's talked about you. He said things that shouldn't have been said, and he has infuriated your husband.
I know, but it's silly to let someone get out there and get hurt permanently over something silly like that. And I tell you what I really want to do here tonight, I want to ask you to see if maybe you can make a meeting with Mr. Flair and Mr. Anderson, and maybe we can talk this out and end this before anybody gets hurt.
Are you saying there's a possibility we're going to call it off?
I wish they would.
Here's what I'm going to do, Deborah. I will try to get a hold of Bobby Heenan. As you know, I've worked for him. He's going to be the coach for Flair and Anderson. Let me see if I can get an audience. If I can, we'll do it here tonight.
Because I know, like Randy Savage, you don't know what he's going to do.
A lot of nuts involved in this thing. Thank you very much. I appreciate your concern. Deborah McMichael, you look just terrific tonight. Right now, let's get you back to the ring and more Nitro.
Well, I don't know what to say. Deborah McMichael coming out here unannounced, talking to Mean Gene Oakland. She is very, very concerned. We are obviously going to have an explosion this Sunday coming up at the Great American Bash.
Wait a minute. I know exactly what to say. What a cop-out! Dumbo McMichael is so scared of getting in the ring, he sends his wife out to try to call the whole thing off. Here's a football player shooting off his mouth. He gets in the ring, tries to train to be a wrestler, realizes he can't do it. Now he's hiding underneath his wife's skirt. Come on, Shivani, the writing's on the wall. Dumbo
his debut here on WCW Monday Nitro. But as Diamond Dallas and Jim Powers get set to hook it up, we all know about Steve McMichael. We have heard from his former coach, Mike Ditka. What a wild man he was.
Wait a minute.
Let me finish here now.
Who is Mike Ditka? What does he know?
Who is Mike Ditka?
What does he know about wrestling? Let me tell you about football players. You know, Alex Karras tried to be a wrestling head match against Dick the Bruiser, ran home with his tail tucked between his legs. Who was the other jerk? Dick Butkus. He tried it once, went home crying like a baby. At least they had the guts to try it once. McMichaels sends his wife out, hides behind her dress. I guess we know who wears these shoulder pads in that family.
But hold on a second. I mean, Steve McMichael is a man's man.
He wants to back out now.
He is a tremendous athlete. He is not going to hide behind, as you would say, his wife's skirt, Larry. And there's going to be more on this, I'm sure, later on in this telecast.
Who's he going to send out
startling
next?
developments here.
He's going to send out the dog.
Would you please stop? In the midsection now, Diamond Dallas and Jim Powers, a man who has protected the ring, the Battle Bowl champion, Diamond Dallas Page, and you got to admit, it's been looking pretty darn good since winning the event at Slamboree last month.
Hey, Diamond Dallas always looked good. He had some, personal problems, again, involving women.
One, two count.
But he's always been on a roll. Diamond's got some benefactor. You know who it is yet?
I have no idea who it is.
I don't know.
We got to roll up again. Jim Powers looking sharp here in his debut on WCW Monday Nitro. Don't forget Ric Flair, Arn Anderson against the debut of Joe Gomez, and the Renegade as a tag team later on. The Giant going up against Scott Norton, Sting, and Ming, plus a lot more as we are cranking away once again live on Nitro. The whip in, the duck, the crossbody. Jim Powers again. This time a lateral press gets a 2.
Hey, Powers looks good. I mean, good body. This guy looks powerful, but Diamond Dallas, don't ever count this man out. Oh, he left an opening there.
Powers into the midsection with the boots. And Diamond Dallas over the top. That was a great counter move.
Hey, Diamond Dallas, he eats, sleeps, and drinks wrestling when you least expect it. Diamond, he can nail you just like he did Powers here. Powers sent a little bit of a telegram. I guess we'll be getting telegrams from Dumbo and Kevin Green now saying, please let us off the hook. We're sorry we shot off our big mouths. Now that they got associated with Savage, they realize they don't have any. You'd think McMichaels would have enough guts if he was so tough to come out and apologize. No, he sends out his wife. Come on, Shivani. That's the biggest cop-out I've ever seen in my life.
You actually don't believe that. I mean, I hear you talking, but you actually don't believe that at all.
I saw it happen in front of my own eyes.
That was a girl coming out on her own accord, by herself, unannounced, unexpectedly. And Steve is out training right now.
He's probably out walking the dog, coward.
We're going to find out at the Great American Bash. Diamond Dallas. Cover 2 count. We got our 2 count. Diamond Dallas cannot keep Jim Powers down.
Well, Powers a strong-looking guy, but look at Diamond. Right back on him, using the ropes, making that ring his friend, using it like an ally, traps him in the corner. Go, Diamond! Oh, not that way!
Watch out, I think he knocked the gum out of his mouth. Yeah, there it is, it's right on the ring. His bubble gum, so to speak. Head first, Diamond Dallas right above us here. And you can count right along with the strong man, Jim Powers. Again, one for good measure. Page goes crashing to the mat. Now the whip to the left side. Jim Powers to the midsection. Jim Powers may be the Lord of the Ring at any moment. And if that's the case, this Sunday Great American Bash, Marcus Bagwell will face Jim Powers. A cover. 1, 2.
Get on it. See, Powers, nice onslaught, good offense, but he didn't hook, he didn't cradle him up, he didn't nail down those shoulders on Diamond Dallas. There you go.
Back elbow whipped him right into it. Powers is weary, and Powers head first with the Diamond Cutter.
We've seen that move before. Diamond Dallas Page has it down to a science, and he got this guy.
How about that?
That's what I said earlier. Never count out Diamond Dallas. You may fool him once, fool him twice. You're not going to fool him for the 3rd time. Jim Powers gave it a shot. Didn't work.
Back and live on WCW Monday Nitro, where the big boys play. Gene Okerlund standing by in the locker room area with U.S. Champ Conan. Before we go there, take a special look at one special United States heavyweight champion, Conan.
All right, joining me live at this time, Conan, U.S. champ, the only Latin United States champion in history. You're going to be challenged by a South American this Sunday night in Baltimore at the Great American Bash. It's El Gato.
That's right, El Gato, a legend in South America of legendary proportions, and if I may be so presumptuous, just like myself in Mexico. But you know what, Gato? You got to come to the United States and prove yourself just like I did. And believe me, I have, because I'm the U.S. champion. A todos los latinos, los invito que vayan a Baltimore, Maryland, a apoyarme, y si no, que ordenen el pago por evento porque no les voy a fallar. Gato, any apathy on your part will lead to your demise.
All right, I think that's short and sweet. Conan, United States champ, to challenge El Gato this coming Sunday, live from Baltimore at the Great American Bash. Right now, let's get you back up to the ring.
All right, Mean Gene Okerlund, thank you very much. And I tell you, it is going to be a star-studded event coming up this Sunday, exclusively on pay-per-view. Not only Conan, but as he said, El Gato, a legend in South America, plus the Cruiserweight title to be defended by our own Dean Malenko against one of the greatest, maybe the greatest high flyer ever from Mexico, Rey Mysterio Jr.
You're talking about these Mexicans and South Americans. I mean, what's he legendary to? A bunch of boa constrictors? U.S. championship on the line. I think every contender should have at least a green card.
Oh, would you please stop with that?
I'm serious, the U.S. championship.
What's wrong with, we've had Kensuke Sasaki from Japan, the U.S. champion. Well, speaking of U.S. champs and champions, here he comes. And speaking of international stars, how about Lord Steven Regal from Great Britain and the backhand slap we saw in the main event? And he really got the dander up of Sting. And Sting has said it before, and he said it this past Saturday. I've had injuries, blown out knees, bad ribs, everything. But to be slapped in the face, to be humiliated, I'm going to come back at the Great American Bash 100%.
Well, I think Sting should just quit being a crybaby. Pain is part of the game. You're not a professional wrestler if some part of your body is not hurting you. But Regal, like him or not, believe me, I don't love the guy. I respect him. He deserves a shot at the franchise reputation of WCW. At least Sting's got the guts to wrestle Lord Regal. You don't see Sting sending his wife out to make excuses for him like Dumbo did.
Wait a second. Once again, you're presumptuous. Because let me tell you this right now. Lord Steven Regal is here. He is here tonight in this program in a return match against Billy Kidman from WCW Saturday Night. Sting doesn't mind the pain. He just minds the humiliation of a slap. In addition, I can bet you anything you want to wager.
You don't have enough money.
Well, try me. That Deborah McMichael came out on her own accord. She was not, oh, you know better than that. Steve McMichael, one of the toughest athletes ever.
Look, let me tell you why football players marry blondes. Because they sit around, do the dishes, and they're an arm piece, okay? They have no brains. He sent her out. You think she just walked out in front of millions and millions of people? He sent her out. He's a coward. And Sting right here is getting a battering from the human Vegematic.
You're right. You're talking about one of the faces of fear, Ming, one of the strongest, and most feared ever. But Sting, as always, characteristically showing his heart, determination, athletic ability. Ming one step ahead there.
But see, he's also got the ability to make a mistake right there, and Ming just nailed him. Staying on top of Ming is not a guy that you better send a telegram to.
Ming going right to the eyes, to the throat of Sting. They have faced each other before. Sting realizes that we are now only 6 days away from the Great American Bash and realizes that Lord Steven Regal is here. But he's willing to go in against an athlete the caliber of Ming here live on Nitro before the largest wrestling audience on a weekly basis to watch this program. And he's willing to put it all on the line.
You know what? Maybe Dumbo McMichael set a new precedent. Maybe all the cowards now, their wives will start showing up. Oh!
Crossbody Sting connect. 1, 2, and Ming got away in a 2 count. Sting really connected with that one.
Well, Sting's got a lot of speed, phenomenal athlete on his feet, and he better keep moving. He doesn't want to stand still. Oh, he got him.
Close lines abound here from Sting. Make it 3 now. That's the thing to do, keep this big, powerful man off his feet.
Yeah, but don't give him a chance to get back up.
Head first. Head first, Sting sends Ming crashing.
Come on, Sting better quit flexing, keep wrestling. Whoa, see what happens?
Small package. No! Boy, that was close.
That was a slow count, what that was.
Well, I don't know. I think it's been a consistent count by Nick Patrick.
I hate that.
A roll-up Sting, 1, 2. Same cadence on the count that time.
Look at blocked by Ming, catches an opening right in the throat, picks Sting up like a piece of paper. Nice shoulder breaker.
Sting down, hit hard, here comes Ming again.
See, Ming doesn't have to do this. He can take his time, keep Sting on the mat. Sting's getting up too quick.
Sting is up. Sting's got him. Oh my. That has changed the complexion of this one completely. And Sting immediately almost trying to put a Scorpion Deathlock on right there.
Well,
and he's got it on him.
He's got it hooked now.
The Scorpion Deathlock is on from that position. Didn't even twist it on, and then was over. He wins it. Sting again wins. How about it? How about that, Larry?
Well, we'll see if he makes the same mistakes against Lord Regal. It's going to be a different story for Sting, let me tell you that right now.
More action live on WCW Monday Nitro. Still to come, Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, plus the Giant.
It's Monday Nitro, and I'm here with you, Duggan. And if you'd like to get that board out again, I'll take it off you, and I'll hit you right over the head with it.
And you peasants get to see me, Lord Steven Regal, beat another pathetic American wrestler. I hope you appreciate what I'm doing for you. I'm bringing some class, some dignity, and some skill into your otherwise miserable lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WCW Monday Nitro. We are back in the locker room area. As promised earlier on, you made a plea to me, Deborah McMichael, to get an audience with the Nature Boy Ric Flair. I may have done so with Bobby Heenan. Bobby, all she would like is to halt the carnage before it starts between her husband, Steve McMichael, Kevin Green, and Flair and Anderson, the guys you're going to be coaching Sunday night in Baltimore.
Now, you want to talk to Ric Flair and Arn Anderson now, tonight?
Now, I have to talk to them tonight.
Now, all week long and all night long, all week, you've been talking to Flair. Now you...
I have not been talking all night.
Now she wants to talk to him?
You want to insult people again, right? Don't start that.
Don't get involved in this. You want to talk to Flair? Follow me, Toots.
All right, Deborah, we're going to see if Ric Flair will perhaps talk to you. This is dressing room, locker room. Here they are, the gals. I see if I can get some kind of a shot here.
Just a minute.
Okay. Hey, he just about took the. Wait a minute. Hey, what is going on? What are you doing? What have you done, Flair? What have you done? Deborah, come here. Oh, no! My goodness sakes! What's going on here? Anderson, Flair, please, ladies and gentlemen, get some help in here. Heenan, stop this. What in the world is going on? The figure four. Tony, Larry, goodness sakes.
Well, I tell you, Gene, that's
Gomez is out of it.
That's Joe Gomez and the Renegade, their opponents for later on in this telecast.
Hey, don't have Okerlund call out my name. Have him do something. He's standing right there.
Doug Dillinger back in it. Gomez is out. And the Renegade, they're stomping on his knee. Chasing Deborah McMichael out of the dressing room.
And look at, here's Dumbo McMichael's wife trying to go after Flair again. First he sends her out to try to get out of ending his life. What a coward.
Wait a minute.
Super chicken.
She went right in that dressing room to try to talk him out of this. But apparently that is still on. But what's in jeopardy right now, Larry, is later on in this live 2-hour telecast, it's supposed to be Flair and Arn against the Renegade and his partner, Joe Gomez. But I'm not so sure that's going to happen. We'll keep apprised of that situation. But it wasn't but a week ago here on WCW Monday Nitro, live here on TNT, where we saw this. Hacksaw Jim Duggan reaching back. Squire Dave Taylor has the board. But then it's
should. Squire Dave Taylor just saved Regal. Look at it. Duggan can't have a board. He's still got tape.
Enabling the roll-up in the 1, 2, 3. Lord Steven Regal gets the win. Well, Hacksaw got his board back, but this week he's looking for more than just the board. He's looking for revenge against this man, Squire David Taylor.
Well, Hacksaw, he's still looking for his IQ. Now this guy, he can make a football player as long as he had a quarterback.
We have seen some weird, exciting, strange turn of events already here. Deborah McMichael in the locker room area, chased down by a woman, by the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Joe Gomez and the Renegade coming to her aid, and for their good deed, seeing what happened. We still hope to get a word on what's going to happen in the main event later. We know we got the Giant and Scott Norton still to come. We know we got Public Enemy against the Nasty Boys, but we're not so sure about the tag team match and what else is going to happen here tonight live on Nitro.
You know, I hope McMichaels is ashamed of himself, if he does care for the woman at all, to send her into the lion's den to try to beg for her husband's safety is the most ridiculous act of cowardice. I think if I'd like to slap him in the face myself.
Now, I am getting some word that we have some people willing to wrestle tonight in place of the Renegade and Joe Gomez, which is supposed to have been his debut. And he's a great, exciting athlete. We hope to see him, but apparently we're not going to see him tonight. Now, just give me a few moments here, fans, and we will try to confirm what we've heard as the fans are behind Hacksaw Jim Duggan in this match here in this first hour of TNT's Monday Nitro Live.
All right, then the fans may be behind him, but that's not going to help him. He's going to have to combat Squire Dave Taylor all by himself, and Taylor knows what he's doing.
All right, it has been confirmed. Are you ready for this, Larry? I've just been told that Lex Luger and Sting's already wrestled in this program, but Luger is here tonight. Lex Luger and Sting have agreed to face Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
Flair and Anderson?
For the World Tag Team title. It'll be tonight in our second hour, later live here on TNT. How about that?
For the Tag Team Championships?
And once again, it's just been confirmed. I'm just getting this information. I appreciate all the hard work back in the locker room area, our production crew in Mean Gene, Oakland. It will be Flair and Arn Anderson who went after the tag team belts against Sting and Lex Luger tonight live on Nitro. Can you believe that? It's like we've always said, you got to be with us each and every waking moment to catch all the great, exciting action of World Championship.
Lucky break for Arn Anderson and Ric Flair. They could be walking in on Father's Day this Sunday at the Great American Bash with the gold, with everybody's alimony checks. If, of course, McMichaels doesn't become the world's biggest chicken like we've just seen him.
I think we know better than that. And also still to come, we will hear from Kevin Green and Jay Leno of the Tonight Show here tonight on WCW Monday Nitro. Clothesline 1, 2. Nope, that was not a 3 count. That was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Foot was on the rope, and watch out. Squire Dave Taylor, turn around. Right hand inside of the head. Sends him in. We want to remind you fans, Father's Day is this Sunday. What a great Father's Day present it would be. Have a great afternoon all day, spend with your father, and then gather around the television Father's Day night and be a part of WCW's Great American Bash on pay-per-view. Here's the Great American. See you later.
That's a Great American. He's got tape in his trunk.
1, 2, 3. All right. Deborah McMichael, we are also concerned about her.
Well, obviously, Steve McMichaels is not concerned about the woman he claims to love. First, he has her come out right here and beg for mercy, and And then he tries to send her. Was he hiding back there behind a dog somewhere? Him and Kevin Green?
Here it is again. I don't agree with that, but there's been a lot of things going on here this week on Nitro. Take a look again, Larry.
Well, what's to look at? Hacksaw Duggan pulled the tape out of his tights, made his fist as hard as a rock. It's like a bowling ball anyway, and just snuck one in on Squire Dave Taylor. I don't think that's fair.
Coming up live on the Great American Bash pay-per-view this Sunday, the Cruiserweight title. Dean Malenko and Rey Mysterio Jr.
In addition, at the Great American Bash, it's going to be Big Bubba. Big Bubba, you've got something there that, well, at one time I would have wanted. It's not a prerequisite at this juncture. Jimmy Hart, I want to go back in time. A couple of weeks back, it was your man, Big Bubba, one of the members of the Dungeon of Doom, who blatantly and openly cut the locks of Shark, of Avalanche, of Big John. And then this statement came up last week.
I'm not an avalanche. I'm a man. John Tenta.
That was the announcement. He was not a fish. He was a man. And then came this blowout last weekend. And with me at this time, Jimmy Hart, your man, Big Bubba, who's going to be facing John Tenta this Sunday at the Great American Bash.
You know, John Tenta, the Taskmaster said if you don't pull your own weight in the Dungeon of Doom, then you suffer the consequences. And that's exactly what happened to you.
You know, Big Bubba, I know a bad barber when I see one.
Big John Tenta, you say you're not a man, that you're not a fish anymore, that you're a man. Well, I tell you what, I proved to the whole world by that haircut I gave you that you're nothing but a half a man. And I tell you what, the whole world's been laughing at you behind your back for years. I just gave them a reason to laugh at you to their face. And you think at the Great American Bash that you're going to get revenge on me by cutting my hair or the Giant's hair? I'm going to leave you laying like a beach whale you are and sweep you out with the trash at the Great American Bash.
Thank you very much, Big Bubba. Nice beard. Stay tuned. We've got more Monday Nitro when we return here on TNT.
That's all I know. That's all. You think that I would be here? I am the World Heavyweight Champion of WCW. Nobody gets in my way. Nobody gets in my way.
There's Flip the Mic live action, and that's exactly what you've got here tonight on Monday Nitro. Please welcome challenger from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Scott Norton, the Flash. All right, Scott Norton, I want to quickly remind these folks watching not only here but at home what happened last week. Let's very quickly go back. I want to remind you of the awesome power of the man you're going to be meeting tonight, the Giant, at 7'4", 473 pounds.
But what we got going around here is a 7'4", 450-pound plus giant trying to end everybody's career with a chokeslam. Well, let me tell you something. I didn't take that chokeslam not once, but twice. And here I am, right back in your face. You know why? Because I don't care, and I ain't scared.
Oh, my word, we just saw it there, ladies and gentlemen. As Scott Norton heads to the ring, I must say, a mighty tall order for him tonight. Let's get back to Tony and Larry. My goodness.
All right, and now we head to the biggest countdown on Mondays as we get ready for the second hour of WCW Monday Nitro live here on TNT. And there you see the countdown. We are now less than a minute. We'll be sending it to Eric Bischoff and Bobby the Brain Heenan. I tell you, not only this world title match in the second hour, Larry, but can you imagine Sting and Lex Luger later on defending the World Tag Team belt against Ric Flair and Arn Anderson?
Well, Arn Anderson, Ric Flair could easily defeat them, dethrone them, walk out being the new champions. We've also got Kevin Green and Jay Leno, and of course, maybe even Dumbo McMichael will have the guts to come out and say something.
Plus, fans, we also have the Nasty Boys going up against Public Enemy. As you see, we are down. You saw Eric Bischoff and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Less than 10 seconds now. Get ready for the second hour of WCW Monday Nitro live on TNT.
Welcome to the hottest 2 hours each and every Monday night. WCW Nitro here on TNT. And Heenan, when I say we're live, we have redefined live television here on TNT. Or should I say, Coach Heenan?
Well, you can call me whatever you want, but always call me a winner. You talk about the hottest television show in wrestling. It's the hottest television show on television, Bischoff.
And here comes the biggest athlete in the sport today, without question. 7 foot 4 inches, in excess of 450 pounds. He is the current WCW World Heavyweight Champion. A man who is known by only one name, the Giant.
That's enough.
One word speaks volumes.
I mean, this man came into the WCW very short time. He is now wearing the heavyweight championship of the world and just about has choked everyone through the floor with that choke slam. The man is impressive.
And the list of casualties here in WCW on the receiving end of that choke slam reads like the who's who in our sport today. Sting, Luger, Hogan, Savage, Nasty Boys, Norton, Ice Train, et al. He's left him laying, I mean, it's just a carnage each and every week, anywhere this man goes.
How about Lex Luger?
And
slammed him right through a table.
And hats off to Scott Flash Norton, a man who I have known for a long time, from my days back in Minneapolis, a man who has come a long way and a man who will back down from no one. And I'm not so sure that that's a real attribute in this case, because he is getting pummeled right out of the chute.
And I'll tell you something about Scott Norton. He's a very tough guy in the ring and a very tough guy in the streets. And for a man to take him like the Giant's taking him out, he's taking the fight to him. Scott Norton's at a big, big disadvantage here.
Scott Flash Norton, a man who beat the legendary Cleve Dean in the World Super Heavyweight Arm Wrestling Championships. Cleve Dean.
Oh,
push up on your sports. And now Scott Flash Norton using all of his weight. 350 pounds into the corner. Slamming into the Giant. But he takes a boot.
Uh-oh. He may get choke slammed right through the floor.
Scott Norton, a man who knows how to brawl. A man who grew up on the streets, and not the nicest streets, in Minneapolis, over on Hennepin Avenue. A man who made his living the hard way has just realized that he only thought he made it the hard way.
Up we go!
Oh, the concrete floor!
There's a pad there, but not much. I wouldn't want to take that kind of a manhandling from that man or from anybody. And Norton's feeling it right now. I guarantee you, from the top of his head to his spine.
You know what the scary thing about the Giant is? A cover 1, 2, 3. Each and every week, he not only looks stronger, he looks faster. A man that big, that agile, able to cover as much ground as he can so quickly, is a man who may just hold on to that World Heavyweight title for a long, long time. But now, oh no, Luger is out. Luger going to work on the midsection, goes to the ropes. Luger out of the concrete floor, Coach Heenan.
And this man right here, one half of the tag team champions, also the television champion. Opportunity of a lifetime he has at American Bash. Look at him right now. The Giant is wiping the arena with the body of the total package.
Oh, no. No, we have seen this before. Luger.
It's time to set the table.
He talked about it this past weekend on WCW Saturday Night, that his stamina, his endurance.
Oh!
Well, that may have... Oh, man, a cheap shot. No matter how you look at it.
He had to do what he had to do.
Low, and I mean very low to the midsection, and then followed it up with a champagne bucket to the back of the head, and now...
Taskmaster's there.
The Dungeon of Doom is out en masse.
Luger, you're my ass.
I wouldn't want him looking for me, Bischoff. Not at all.
Well, wait a minute. Luger is here. Wait a minute. Here's a microphone. Lex Luger, you got something to say, buddy. Say it.
Well, I guess the Giant does feel pain. One for you, one for me. The gloves are off. The rule book is out the window at the Great American Bash. Giant, you do feel pain, don't you? And I got a lot more surprises for you for the total package. I'll see you there.
All right, welcome back. We are live. We are on Nitro. We are on TNT, where all of the action is each and every week. And coming up, a return match from WCW Saturday Night. Billy Kidman, a very exciting athlete indeed. Another one of the cruiserweight prospects that are coming into WCW from all over the world. Rey Mysterio Jr. I mean, I'll tell you what, Jushin Liger. They're coming from everywhere, from South America, from Mexico, from Japan, from Germany, from England, from all over the United States, from Canada. This is the place to be.
Well, they want to make that big money. They want that exposure in the media here. And this is the place to be, Bischoff.
It is indeed the place to be. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, Coach Savage, I might add.
You are
I'll tell you what, if you could pedal backwards, or excuse me, if you could pedal frontwards as quickly as you pedaled backwards last week, you could be winning an Olympic medal in bike racing in Atlanta this summer. I mean, I never heard anybody backpedal so quickly when you found out that Coach Savage will be coaching Mongo McMichael and Kevin Green. I loved it.
Well, Bischoff, last week at that particular point, I didn't understand what I was really getting into. I understood what Savage was all about. The man is a madman. He needs shock therapy. He should be in a straitjacket. I've had all week and I've thought about it. You know, I've been in some of the biggest battles in my life. I've managed people that couldn't even put their boots on and made them champion. And the last thing I'm going to do at the Great American Bash in front of millions and millions of people all over the world is get beat up, get ripped apart by that madman Randy Savage. I'm going to have a plan, all right. I got one right now. Savage, you're out of your league.
Well, and Deborah, of course, McMichael, she came out, she tried to talk some sense into Flair and Anderson, but it didn't work, and neither did that. A tremendous move, and Billy Kidman just bounced his brains all over the mat.
You know what I found out? I found out Steve McMichael.
Oh, he landed right on his head.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, man.
Sit on him. Oh, look at this. It's like a stump puller.
This is where the action is, and here comes Sting. Sting, the man who is on the receiving end of that slap in the face. Paybacks really bite, don't they, Regal?
Take a walk, Regal.
The Stinger.
He had something in his hand. Did you see that? He backhanded him. He must have had a roll of $50 or something in his hand.
I don't think so.
That is probably the biggest insult an Englishman and a lord could have.
It is hot here tonight. Let's get to a break, and we'll be back with more action right after this.
That's not funny.
Love
it's
it.
not funny.
Time out.
That man's a lord.
Where are you?
Stop it.
It's time for Monday Nitro and for Public Enemy to take a trip to Nasty Bill. That's right, Public Enemy. You're stepping into the fire and you're gonna get burnt.
All right, welcome back. We are live here on Nitro. So much going on as we count down to the Great American Bash this Sunday, exclusively on pay-per-view. If you haven't done it yet, call your local cable company, as Kevin Green, Steve Mongo McMichael, evidently will defend Deborah McMichael's honor as they take on Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. The Macho Man Randy Savage in the corner of McMichael and Kevin Green.
And here come two guys that make Dennis Rodman look good. They are tough.
Wait a minute, here we go. They are out, rock. Johnny Grunge, and we are off. We are running, no bell, no way, no how. And if you expected order in this match, if you expected any kind of control, if you expected anything that resembled a wrestling match, chuck all your expectations, because it ain't gonna happen. This is gonna be a brawl. This is gonna be a war.
They should have this match at The Rock, and I'm talking about Alcatraz. They're not in there worrying about holds or anything like that. They're just going to rip each other apart. They hate each other.
Well, we've got double vision here, so you can get a look at all of the action. There's no way one camera crew can capture all of these four individuals.
All four of them are going to have double vision when this match is over.
One of them fighting with a broken arm, I might add. Oh, and a chair comes in. And this one out of control, right out of the chute.
And the referee's going to let her go. Sit down, have a chair, relax. He can't control this action.
This is a mugging. A mugging.
He likes that smell. That's his own smell. That's his coat.
And Jerry Sags hammering away, brings a big knee up.
Oh.
And I'll tell you what, from the get-go here on Nitro, it has been hot, it has been fast, it has been furious. Lex Luger all over the World Heavyweight Champion. If anybody thought Lex Luger was having second thoughts, if anybody thought Lex Luger doubted himself, as he is only 6 days away from facing the Giant for the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, forget about it. Luger looked more confident and more willing to do whatever it takes to defeat the Giant than at any time in the time I've known him. He looks determined, Coach Heenan.
I mean, you talk about a pay-per-view, Bischoff. This is going to be better than any Super Bowl. The ratings are going to go right through the ceiling. I'll tell you why. First of all, I haven't managed anybody for close to 6 years. This is a privilege of mine to be there. And Savage, who knows what that wild man, that animal, that Savage. Savage, that's a good name for what he's going to do. But I got a plan. You talk about Sting. You talk about Luger. You talk about the Giant. You talk about it up and down this card. If I wasn't here, I would buy this. If it was $5,000, I would not miss this action. And who knows who you're going to see. You could see Rodman. You could see Cindy Crawford. I tell you, if she's hanging around with Rodman, she's going to look like Broderick Crawford.
Johnny Grunge in the corner, you can see him. He has got a broken hand, suffered just last night. And this is why they say this is WCW where the big boys play. Hey, you hurt an elbow, you hurt a shoulder, you don't go home and whine about it. You strap on your gear, you get in the ring, you wait for the bell to ring. Well, in this case, they didn't. And you go, you just go, that's all.
Let me ask you a question. When Devil McMichaels came to plead her case to Gene Okerlund and myself and Ric Flair, where was Hubby? Was he hiding?
I have a sneaking suspicion that Steve McMichael had no idea she was coming here. She did that on her own. I know Steve pretty well. Got to know him real well over the last 8 or 9 months. Here is a guy, when he sees what happened here tonight, we only thought he was mad.
Well, I'll tell you what happened, because I was in that dressing room. As soon as the door shut, Deborah McMichaels went nuts and attacked Woman and Elizabeth. And when the door opened, she ran. She ran like a coward, like her. The McMichaels family are known as cowards in Texas.
Let me point out one thing here real quick, Coach Heenan. You know one thing you have never seen? One thing you have never seen in all your years.
Yes, I do know that.
What?
Oh, no, you tell me.
You have never seen Steve McMichael really mad.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
What's it like?
It is not pretty. It is not pretty, and neither is this match, but we will be back with more action here on Nitro, and are you in for a shock?
How mad does he get?
Right after this.
Oh, you gotta tell me these things.
Forget it.
What's Green like? Does he go nuts?
Our world is about to change. It's a brave new world. Enter the realm. Blood runs cold. Each of us burns the fury of a warrior.
gentlemen, we have carnage in the ring. Carnage you can expect when you see the Nasty Boys in there with Public Enemy. It isn't pretty, but it does hurt. And that did hurt.
Well, this is the first legal move you've seen. That's a legal tag. Now, if I was coaching either one of these teams, I wouldn't.
I don't blame you. Still to come in this hour, Lex Luger and Sting, the WCW World Tag Team Champions, stepped up to the plate after Desperado, Joe Gomez, and Renegade were trashed. No doubt Arn Anderson and Ric Flair wanting to make an example out of them to Steve McMichael and Kevin Green. Well, they were trashed back in the locker room. They were scheduled to meet Flair and Anderson here. Sting, Lex Luger saw what happened. You want to fight? You want to play? Let's do it in the ring. That's what goes on here in WCW, and that's your main event. And the World Tag Team titles up for grabs here tonight, still to come.
And can you imagine that? Flair and Anderson and myself may be walking into the American Bash as the Tag Team Champions of the world. It could happen. Don't count me or Flair and Anderson out. And I understand they just took the Renegade to the hospital. He's not going to be walking for a long time. And you know, Bischoff, I believe if you would look at Deborah McMichaels' ticket to here, wherever she came from, you would see that it was paid for by the Macho Man's credit card, which is owned by Liz, which Savage is using. So obviously which Flair is using, so Flair obviously has paid for Deborah McMichaels' ticket. Just figure it out. It's very simple.
Very simple?
She's come here to see Ric Flair.
Very simple?
Yes.
It sounds very simple to me. It doesn't sound to me like you know what the heck you're talking about.
Elizabeth has used the card to buy the ticket for Deborah McMichaels, which is Savage's money. Very simple.
The Nasty Boys, Brian Knobbs, Dennis Rodman's buddy, makes the tag. Jerry Sykes has got Johnny Grunge. He's a slot machine out there with one arm. He's in trouble. Oh, man.
But who knows what's in that one arm? Who knows? This is ugly. I like it, though.
Referee in position, 1, 2, and no. Man, I'll tell you what. Johnny Grunge's timing is just off tonight. No doubt he is in a tremendous amount of pain, but like I said, hats off to him. Like him or not, he's here. He didn't run to his doctor and asked to come to the ring with a note. He showed up ready to fight. Where's he going?
Well, they're probably going to get some furniture, boards.
Wait a minute, Rocco Rock just left.
And he's unbandaging his arm there. There's something in that arm, I told you.
He just left the building. He left his partner out here to hang and dry. Oh, man, that is not like Rocco Rock at all. He just walked out. He walked up.
No. He's bringing their lunchbox.
Here comes the artillery. Backfire.
What is the American Bash going to be like? You tell me, Bischoff. I have an idea what our match is going to be like.
That, by the way, is the Great American Bash. Mind you, not to,
the Great American Bash. No, I'm just excited.
It's exclusively on pay-per-view this Sunday. Call your local cable company. A lot of great action, and there could be more than one broken arm here tonight. Oh, man. Devastating move. Irish maneuver. Backfires big time.
That looks like a cast he's got on there. Cement cast.
Cover 1, 2. No! That would have been a big upset. Not that these guys aren't capable of winning a match against the Nasty Boys, but when your partner's got a broken hand, you've got to figure things probably are not going to go your way. At least not tonight. And did that hurt? That hurt me. That hurt me.
His head must be made of cement.
Wake-up call. Did you see the damage that Rocco Rock's head did to that garbage can?
And that's a $3 garbage can.
And a man who I know is watching closely to Nitro each and every week. A man who's got a lot at stake. And a man I'm sure we're going to be hearing from real soon. The immortal Hulk Hogan.
He's American man.
Bobby Heenan. Well, I said I'd never manage again, but in Baltimore, I will coach. I will be at ringside.
You have got to be putting on. And just when Coach Heenan, a former member of the All-Madden team, thought he had everything under control, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, accepted the position as coach for Kevin Green and Steve McMichael. Where do you get a load of this? This is great.
What do you mean?
Just a week earlier, the Macho Man's fate rested in the hands of WCW officials.
Stop the student dies, am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay, let me tell you, give them the message. I want you to be the messenger right now. You tell them to be real careful about what they do with my future.
Awaiting that outcome, ideas were being drawn up for the ultimate game plan by two of the NFL's all-time greats. Then, the answer to their problems were right under their nose.
A manager would be great. A coach. What? Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
The Macho, yeah!
Oh, yes!
In the other camp, Ric Flair and Arn Anderson also got a big lift from an all-time great manager and former John Madden All-Star coach.
Now, in 1988, I won the All-Madden trophy. Well, I said I'd never manage again, but in Baltimore, I will coach. I will be at ringside.
You have got to be putting on.
No, I will be at ringside. And I'm going to show those football players what coaching is all about. You think you've been out-coached? You don't know what out-coaching means.
Later, Randy Macho Man Savage placed a phone call on the air.
And if Kevin Green and Mongo McMichael need a nut that knows the game, then I will be the head cast, you brother. Work hard, play hard, and we'll tear up the four horsemen. Heenan, did you hear that? That's for the Macho Man. Understand it?
The deal was sealed.
Macho Man! Come on in! I didn't think that you'd think that I would be here. But I said now! Come on in, Macho! I want to get it! Stories, baby! Stories! You got me inside of a building because I've been in a lockout type situation. You listen to me, okay? This is not football. This is wrestling. You gotta learn the ropes. Can't be too intense, and you can't be too crazy. Oh, I love you. Yeah, talk to me. Understand that? Yeah. Your boy doesn't want. He doesn't want power and strength coming his way. You guys, wrestling. We're gonna take him down, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Here we go.
I am ready. I am ready. I'm as ready as I can get this Sunday exclusively on pay-per-view. The big nut of them all, the head cashew, Coach Randy Savage.
Well, Savage couldn't manage. Savage couldn't coach. There's nothing that man can do except snap. And this Sunday night at the Great American Bash, he's not going to put his hands on me. He's not going to tear my head off. I have something in mind for the Macho Man. I've gone through battles before, Bishops, and I'm not backing down from this guy.
Snap into this, Heenan.
Yeah, you snap into that.
It's only 6 days away.
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. When I walk that aisle in Baltimore, and there's 20,000 people in the building and millions at home cheering me on, you can laugh. Laugh all you want. Couple busted up football players and a psychopath gonna outcoach me? The Nature Boy, Arn Anderson? No way.
The WCW World Tag Team Champions.
Does Flair look worried?
Hey,
does Ric Flair look worried?
You know what they say, Macho Man? They say lonely women make great lovers.
I tell you what, the Macho Man is insane, driven to that condition by the Nature Boy Ric Flair, who is relentless, continuing to spend Savage's money, continuing to taunt him with his ex-wife, and the fact that he cost him the World Heavyweight Championship shot.
He's cost him a lot. He hit him in the pocket, and he hit him in the heart. And if he gets out of line Sunday night at the Great American Bash, we may just hit him right between the eyes.
Now, viewers, if you just joined us, we want to let you know, scheduled to appear tonight, the Desperado Joe Gomez to make his debut here on Nitro. And the Renegade, a tag team that a lot of people had a lot of good things to say about coming into the match tonight. But Ric Flair and Arn Anderson trashed both of them, blindsided Joe Gomez, took both his knees out, and then proceeded to stomp the knees of the Renegade. And make no mistake about it, Kevin Green, with a new 2-year contract, reportedly at $1 million a year, he's got to be thinking about his future. He's got to be thinking about his money with the Carolina Panthers. He's got 2 big years left. He wants a shot at the Hall of Fame, and he's got to see these 2 guys immediately going after knees. He's got to be wondering what his future holds.
Well, I'll tell you, his best shot at a Hall of Fame is maybe with Dick Weber, if the bowling has a Hall of Fame, because that's all he's going to be doing. That's all both of them are going to be doing.
And we are here, we are live, we aren't going anywhere.
And you know something, I understand that Deborah McMichaels, the reason she was trying to plead with Gene Okerlund is because she's afraid what her husband and Kevin Green will do. She's afraid they'll be incarcerated. She's afraid someone's going to get hurt. And she says, you don't know my husband when he's mad. At the roughest football games he's ever been involved in. He was a different man at home. He says, since this thing's happened, he won't talk to anybody. He won't talk to the dog or nothing. He's beside himself. Now with Savage in their corner, how can they let this happen?
Well, who knows what is going to happen, because Lex Luger, the Total Package, and the Stinger saw what did happen back in the locker room area, and they stepped up to the plate. They saw an exciting young tag team come into play here and not even get an opportunity to compete on Nitro. They said, hey, you need a main event? We'll not only do it, we'll put the World Tag Team titles up for grabs.
Well, it shows you how stupid they are. I would never volunteer to wrestle Flair and Anderson. That's like signing your own will.
A lot of people sign their own will.
Not when you're gone.
Lex Luger, listen to this crowd. Do you think they doubt whether or not the Total Package can get the Giant up off his feet and put him in the torture rack? Do you think there's any doubt in their mind? Do you think there's any doubt in their mind whether or not Sting will be standing behind Luger to make sure that the Dungeon of Doom cannot interfere?
Well, I'll tell you, you could see the world's biggest trifecta here. You could see Luger walk away. He's already the television champion, already half of the tag team champion, and he could leave Baltimore as the heavyweight champion of the world.
Roman and Miss Elizabeth now outside of the ring, and they are looking more than a little bit concerned. And they always do whenever they're not in control, and they are clearly not in control here.
They're in control.
I
had a talk with them earlier. They're in control.
Yeah, like the talk you had with them last week, and she raked the eyes.
I didn't tell her to do that.
No.
I told her where reservations were for dinner. I would never have told her to do that. That's illegal.
A lot more action still to come here tonight. We will stay with this match for as long as necessary.
I'll tell you, Deborah McMichaels is lucky she got out of that dressing room, and she did.
The Total Package, Lex Luger, appears to me that he could torture rack your Lincoln.
You think he can get the Giant up in the torture rack?
There is no doubt in my mind.
You believe that?
I know it.
A 7'4", 460-pound man, he's going to pick up across his shoulders? I don't know. I got a lot of faith in this man's ability in the ring, but I'm not sure he can do that. He doesn't have an S on his chest. He's not Superman.
Only one way to find out. Call your local cable company. Tell them you want to play where the big boys play and check out the Great American Bash exclusively on pay-per-view this Sunday, Father's Day. And I tell you what, it'd make a great last-minute gift.
Yeah, surprise your old man. I let him sit down and have the popcorn and the beer and the rented furniture with the spring sticking up. He can think he's watching the NFL again. Watching McMichaels and Green get bounced all over the mat.
Arn Anderson in now with a double sledge. Arn Anderson with an Irish whip. Lex Luger coming up the ropes. Stops himself, comes along with a back leg front kick.
Whoa!
And Arn Anderson
put on the brakes.
Hits those hydraulic brakes. And we want to say hello to everyone watching all over the country. We understand there's a lot of Nitro parties going on.
That's the biggest thing now, campuses and
everything.
everything.
Yeah, Nitro parties. And next week we're going to give you an address where you can send in your photographs. You're having a Nitro party, getting together with your friends, checking out all the great action. Well, take a few pictures, grab a Polaroid, send them in.
Eric, it'll be like Animal House.
And if they can pass censorship, we'll send them in, put them up on the air, and the world will see your Nitro party. And Arn Anderson.
Behind you!
BenHere.net says Stinger.
I told him about that.
So he's not listening to you? Is that what you're saying?
No,
Coach,
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I told him. Never mind what I can't tell you. You tell them. And they'd use it.
Well, clearly the Nature Boy Ric Flair, Arn Anderson went into this match this evening a little bit overconfident. I'm sure they did not plan the attack, at least not early in the week, on Gomez and Renegade.
Yeah, if they knew they were going to wrestle for the championship of the world, they'd have had a little different game plan. But they're professionals, and they've been in the ring, and the man on the apron has held that belt 13 times, and nobody's been a better tag team technician than Arn Anderson. So I still got faith in him.
The Stinger looking bigger, stronger, and more determined than ever before.
No!
He might have let his hair grow out, but he is at the top of his game.
They say he's never been better. He has never been better, they say.
And you talk about endurance. You talk about Sting, a man who's already wrestled one of the toughest men in the world, Ming, and he's out here looking fresh, man.
See, now this just makes me mad. I told Rick, you've got to be more composed. You can't let anything get to you. 1 week away, we've got Savage to concern ourselves with. We got two guys from the NFL, and who knows who's going to show up. Rodman could be there. The world could be there. I don't know. You've got to maintain your mental capacity, Rick. Don't lose it. And look what's happening now.
I'll tell you, that's exactly what's happening now. Arn Anderson is sitting outside of the ring asking for a timeout. Well, he can't call one. We can. We have to. Break coming up. We'll be back. World Tag Team Titles coming up right after this. Very brief. Don't go anywhere. Timeout.
You see, Bischoff, you're managing and you're in the corner, and you got a guy like...
All right, welcome back. We are live. We are in the final match, the main event. Sting going after Arn Anderson, the total package, Lex Luger. So many people doubted Lex Luger, the relationship between he and Sting.
Oh, come on, Arn,
Don't
make the
doubt it
tag.
now.
Get to the corner, make the tag.
Cover, 1, 2.
Rick, make the save and pull him over. There you go, there you go.
Look at Ric Flair. Look at the eyes of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
I wonder what Sting's eyes look like.
And I wonder right now what Steve McMichael and Kevin Shallow Grave, according to Jay Leno, Green is thinking right now as they are only 6 days away from stepping into the ring. Kevin Green with his career in the NFL, up for grabs, jump ball. He's in minicamp right now. He cannot afford a knee injury, and it looked to me, based on what happened back in the locker room, that's exactly what Arn Anderson and Ric Flair are perfecting.
Okay, now do it. Come on, keep him in the corner, get him back to Arn. Make the tag, keep him grounded, come on. Oh, excuse me. Shake the cobwebs, Arn. Come on, oh no.
Slam dunked in the center of the ring. Stinger pulls the trigger. Pose line off the the top turnbuckle.
Byron's got him.
Flair is down and out, but all that hair that Sting has grown as of late isn't doing him a lot of good right now because it's been in the hands of both Arn Anderson and Ric Flair for the better part of the evening.
Ooh, hit him. Not you. Come on, Flair.
Right to the midsection now by the Stinger. Sets up Ric Flair. Ric Flair. Sting's in control. Sting is in control. Flair trying to maintain his balance. Oh, man, did he hit it hard? Did he hit it hard? He hit it like he was dropped from the roof.
And how many days are we away?
6. Well, you know, almost only 5.
I know. He's got to get back to that corner. Don't take a beating like this with 5 days left and have to get in there with McMichaels and Green and Savage.
Not part of the game plan, I'm sure. I'm
No,
sure
it wasn't.
you didn't want to see your guys going in here with only 5 days ago.
And not preparing for this match? No.
Bruised, battered, facing the biggest cashew of them all, the nut, the Macho Man Randy Savage as coach. 2 men with Super Bowl experience that know what pressure is all about, and it's all coming your way at the Great American Bash, only on pay-per-view this Sunday.
Yeah, but Green has Super Bowl experience. He don't have winning experience. That's the difference.
You gotta win to get to the Super Bowl, in case anybody's forgot to tell you.
Oh, I know that. The only bull he should be in charge of is with the little man in the boat in the blue water.
1-2. And I'll tell you what, hats off to both of these teams. I may not like the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. I may not approve of their approach to this sport, but you've got to give credit where credit is due. Both of these teams in tremendous condition.
And they both know exactly what's at stake here. And I just, no. What? You don't.
That looks like that might have hurt just a little bit. A little
bit.
Shot to the abdomen there. It happens.
Come on, Rick.
Ooh, reverse knife hand chop to the top of the chest. The Nature Boy Ric Flair, 13 times world heavyweight champion, moves in for the kill. These two guys know each other so well.
Come on, woman. Have them work on the legs.
They
have them work on the legs like I told you.
Like you told?
I suggested. Being a good coach, you have a game plan.
Fatigue beginning to set in here, quite possibly.
Almost 5 to 6 days away. Come on.
Or the slams off the top turnbuckle.
It takes its toll. It's got to.
Who is going to leave here tonight? The World Tag Team Champions. Which team? Sting, Luger, Flair, Anderson.
Oh, what an opportunity. Had the DDT him right there. I gotta go to ringside.
You're not going anywhere.
I gotta go.
You're not going anywhere.
Please let me go.
Oh no! Stinger! 1, 2, 3, 4. He could have had a 4 count. Referee not in position. But Lex Luger was. All right, we've been told we are going to stick with this match no matter what happens tonight. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this.
I gotta go to ringside.
You're going nowhere, Heenan.
Come on, I'll give you $50.
Stay.
I'm not a dog. Don't talk to me like a dog.
Whoa, Bobby, whoa.
Don't you dare.
Wow, this WCW magazine is really cool.
In the June issue, get inside the demented mind of the Giant.
This is murder.
Find out what the Mistress of Dirty Tricks is up to now. Plus, exclusive photos of the chaos and uncensored.
Man, where do they get this stuff?
Get your copy now on newsstands everywhere.
All right, we're back live. The Nature Boy Ric Flair with an Irish whip, Sting into the metal guardrail. These guys are all taking a beating, including Lex Luger, who looked so strong earlier tonight. He'll be facing the Giant, the World Heavyweight title up for grabs this Sunday exclusively on pay-per-view. Sting, he's got his own war with Steven Regal. The big question as I sit here next to Coach Heenan, does the brain still have it? It's been 6 years, Heenan.
Well, you don't forget how to ride a bike. You don't forget how to dance the cha-cha or be with a pretty woman. Yes, I still have it. You're going to see at the Great American Bash this Sunday what I have. I've had meetings with them. You have no idea what I had planned for the pay-per-view audience. and for the people in Baltimore. No idea, let alone does Kevin Green, Mongo McMichaels, or that psychopath, Randy Macho Man Savage.
Stinger so strong with the back bridge, now attempting the backslide. He's got it. Arn Anderson has got a 0 on the back of Sting, and he plants a boot right on the kidney.
Okay, Arn. Wrap it.
Arn Anderson, he gets all kinds of knee to the solar plexus. And of course, Deborah McMichael came out here. She knows Steve better than all of us. She's seen him get really ugly. She knows what happens when he gets so mad he wants to hurt something, and she wanted the best for everybody. She tried to call the thing off, and it isn't happening.
Well, I'll guarantee you, if she'd have stayed in that room with Woman and Elizabeth any longer, she'd have gone in looking like Brenda McMichaels and come out looking like Mark Shutt.
That's Deborah McMichael, not Brenda.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Running clothesline, and look at Luger. Any doubt in your mind whether or not he's ready? He is manhandling Flair and Anderson, and combined, I guarantee you they weigh you more than the Giant.
Yes, but the Giant's one man, this is two men.
And it looks to me like he's handling both of them quite nicely, thank you.
Come on, guys. I hope this is good news.
Oh!
The Giant!
He is here, he is out, and he is taking it from the total package. Lex Luger backing the Giant up. And the Giant, forearm.
Oh, he got him good.
Oh, man, he is hot. You talk about hot.
He's hot.
He took a low blow earlier on. And here comes Scott Steiner.
Oh.
Chairs. Furniture. The crowd on their feet. Luger, Sting, Steiner.
And what is the Great American Bash going to be like? This is just a sample. This is just the beginning. Things are out of hand now.
Look at this lunatic.
Oh, my goodness.
6 days away.
Dead man walking. Where's my team? Where's Anderson? Where's
Listen
Flair?
to the crowd.
Where's
chanting? Chanting Luger!
Elizabeth.
Luger!
You aren't kidding, pal. The war is on.
The war is on, all right, between the Giant.
All right,
and
before
Luger.
we get a word, Giant, I don't know what precipitated you even coming out here. Luger was involved in a match that didn't concern you.
Luger, you're a dead man. You want to be in Baltimore? You want to be in the ring with a Giant? No rules, baby. Just the way I like it. You bring a chair, you bring whatever you want to. But I promise you, you're gonna go out on a stretcher.
We shall see.
Here, Eric, Bobby, let's get back to you, gentlemen.
Wow. I tell you what, it happens when you count down to a major...
Let me tell you something. Let me tell the world something. Savage is out there watching. If you think you're going to tear me apart, put your dirty hands around my body at the Great American Bash. You and this whole world is wrong. I don't have any beef with you. I didn't take money from Flair that was filtered through your ex-wife to give to me. You're badly mistaken. I wear glasses. I don't want to be touched or bothered.
Sounds to me like, Bobby Heenan, you are backpedaling. You are really backpedaling now. Wait a minute. I don't want any trouble with you. I don't want any trouble with you here now. But I do have to point out, you came out here last week. Where is it? The big surprise. I mean, I heard a lot of talk, but where's the walk? What? I'm here. Where is it?
You've been sitting out here for 6 months running your mouth. This is where the big boys play, huh? Look at the adjective, play. We ain't here to play. Now, he said last week that he was gonna bring somebody out here. I'm here. You still don't have your 3 people. And you know why? Because nobody wants to face us. This show's about as interesting as Marge Schott reading excerpts from Mein Kampf.
No trouble here tonight, man. Speak your piece and
Yeah, no trouble, because you know I'll kick your teeth down your throat. Where's your 3 guys? You couldn't get a paleontologist to get a couple of these fossils cleared? You ain't got enough guys off a dialysis machine to get a team? Yeah, where's Hogan? Where's Hogan? Out doing another episode of Blunder in Paradise? Where's the Macho Man, huh? Doing some Slim Jim commercial? Hey, we're here. You want to say something?
Look, I don't have the authority right here, right now. You want to fight? Fight isn't with me. You want 3 guys? Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I'm going to be in Atlanta. I'll be in the offices of WCW. I'll try and get you your fight. And you know what? Live this Sunday in Baltimore, Great American Bash. You guys want to show up? You want to fight? You show up, I'll see if I can get you your fight.
I don't know about you, but hey, they love us in Baltimore.
Hey, big man, I say me and you, we'd be at the Bash. Maybe these punks want to fight.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Bring what you got. The measuring stick just changed around here, buddy. You're looking at it.